Hi everybody, Ryan Dorn here from 360 Ad Sales Training and Strategy, and on behalf of your friends at Sheridan, thank you so much for stopping by to watch these educational help videos. Today we're going to talk about social media and really what does it mean to you in the future of publishing. I mean, every day is a new day when it comes to social media, and I swear at every park bench or at every truck stop or every bus stop, I run into a social media expert anymore. So who do you trust and where do you turn? We're also going to talk about advertisers and if they really truly understand social media, because I honestly think that they don't. How much time should you invest in social media? How do you make money from social media? And what are some of the ethical issues and considerations that you may want to consider as you're launching into a more social media or social forward conversation with your editorial staff? So, all right, right at the top, what does social media really mean to your business? What it means is your ability to be able to be a platform agnostic company. Social media is your ability to be able to own the platform agnostic situation that your readers are demanding and desiring. Okay, really, what does that mean? Being platform agnostic means that no matter how someone wants to receive your content, you're going to give it to them in that format. So let's just say that you're printing a magazine and they want the magazine delivered. If they're reading it on the web, that exact same content, deliver it so it works correctly. If they're looking at it on an iPhone, as an example, it doesn't mean that it might just pull up on an iPhone, but does it actually work correctly inside the iPhone environment? Social media allows you to be able to engage with users wherever they are. Now, let's be honest here, okay? I'm not really a Facebook guy, okay? I don't spend hours and hours on Facebook. The interesting thing is, millions and millions of people do. So where are you going to be? You need to be where your readers are. How do you know where your readers are? You need to ask. You need to find out. One of the interesting things to me is very rarely do I actually meet a publisher that has a reader advisory panel or a user advisory panel. Guys, it's so cheap to put together. You can either do it on GoToMeeting if you're a national magazine, or you can actually bring them in local and buy them lunch and pizza on a local level. One of the companies I worked with in the last 3 or 4 years, we actually had about 2 a month. We'd have reader and advertiser advisory panels. Wow, did we learn a lot. We learned so much from these little panels, and people volunteered their time, because I think you and I both know readers and advertisers, they love to give their opinion. So when it comes to social media, you want to be able to ask them and say, hey guys, what do you need? What do you want? What do you desire? Because to point number 2 that we're going to talk about today, advertisers actually don't understand social media. I mean, did you know that 75% of Facebook users don't even live in the United States of America? Did you realize that? Now, that doesn't mean there's not a lot of people on Facebook, but there is this misunderstanding amongst advertisers that Facebook owns everything. And it's not that they're not everywhere, but really depending upon your niche. As an example, if you are a consumer magazine, you might really need to be highly engaged with Facebook. In the B2B space, you might be highly engaged with Twitter or with LinkedIn. An interesting observation of misunderstanding is nearly all advertisers think that Facebook is going to save their business. And quite honestly, it's not. Why do they think that? They think that because of what I like to call the chatter factor. And the chatter factor is this. It means everybody's chattering all around them about this information, even if it doesn't apply to their business. So for me, what I want to do is accurately equip my ad sales team to be able to go out and make sure they can have good quality conversations about social media with their advertisers. I'm not out there to bash social media. I'm out there to explain what's true about social media and why it is that our printed publications, or even better, our digital products, are actually better for them. Now, how much time, effort, and energy should you invest in social media? For me, I think you need to gauge it based upon your level of interest from your audience, or from your users and from your readers. One of the first things you might want to do is go on Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, Twitter, and go through the exercise of placing an ad as if you are trying to draw a web user over to your website. What that's going to do is accurately identify how big the audience really is out there, and that's going to give you a better understanding of how involved you should be. Now, don't just be involved to be involved. You want to go online and you want to pursue things with a purpose. A lot of publishers that I work with, they update Twitter and Facebook 8, 10, 15, 20 times a day, and they're not getting any response. Well, A, you might not have an audience there. You might need to build that audience. Or you might be just sharing articles online. That is not engagement, and typically not what Facebook users truly want. Now, what are some of the ethical considerations, and how do you make money from Facebook and other social media enterprises? For me, I have really had a change of heart over the course of the last, 2 or 3 years. What I like to do now is I actually like to sell to my advertisers sponsored posts on Facebook. Rather than directly placing a post on Facebook, I want to save that for editorial. Instead, I want to sell to my advertisers sponsored posts or sponsored stories. 2 reasons for this. 1, I want to be able to charge as much as I can. 2, I can actually offer expanded reach, to my advertiser. Let me give you an example. Maybe you only have, say, 2,000 fans or likes, if you will, on your Facebook page, and you want your advertiser to be able to reach 10,000 people within a certain demographic or within a certain region or profile. You can actually place those ads for them via a sponsored post using Facebook's Power Editor, and then you could actually charge them for that service, just like a social media expert would. Now, about the whole social media expert thing, the interesting piece is this. Like I said, you're going to run into one on every corner because there's a lot of folks graduating from college right now, and that's what they want to do. It's how they want to start their business. What I like to do is I like to keep it in-house. I want to send somebody to training. I want to help somebody get a lot more information on it so that we can actually work with our advertisers. There's really not a reason to outsource it, in my opinion. Now, what are the ethical issues? For me, I want to label all of my sponsored posts as such, sponsored posts, or from our friends at, or however you want to say it. And I also want to make sure that I only do 1 sponsored post for every 6, 8, 10 editorial posts. I really don't want to flood my feed with all of that information. So about 1 in 8 or 1 in 10 is a very, very good mix. By the time this video goes up on the internet, something else will change on social media. So what do I do to keep up with that? I like the website Mashable. I visit Mashable.com on a regular basis. I also go to Ad Age Digital. And the other thing that you can do is make sure you keep up with your reps at Sheridan, because we're going to do a good job of making sure that they're very informed about what's happening on the digital side of the business. So I think they're going to be a really great resource for you. I'm Ryan Dorn from 360 Ad Sales Training and Strategy, and on behalf of the fine folks at Sheridan, thank you so much for watching this video. More helpful videos straight ahead.